What's going on, guys? Mcskillet here with another CSGO video, and today I've got the ultimate guide for the fade knives for CSGO. This has been requested a lot, and I've even got the shadow daggers and the falchion knives in this video, so I'm going to be explaining what all the different fade patterns for every knife in CSGO, and what the best fade pattern is for each one of the knives. So this will give you a good idea of what the best looking fade patterns you can get for every single knife, even the new shadow daggers and the falchion. But starting off, we've got the flip knife, and the 100% fade one looks a lot better than the other patterns that you can possibly get on it, because it doesn't have any of that like silver gray part on it. It's just completely gold, pink, and blue. And if you're having trouble seeing the different, you can actually use this website called CSGO Zone. It actually identifies the different patterns for you, so you can see all the different flip knife patterns. And at the end of the video, I'll actually show you how you can look at your own inventory using that site and see the fade patterns on some of the knives, so you don't actually have to look at them very closely to determine the amount of fade. But here we've got the gut knife. As you can see, the 100% fade has a lot more pink on it than the other ones. But as you can see there, definitely looks a lot better. There isn't as many fade patterns for this one. There's only 3 main ones that people have identified. But next up, we've got the Huntsman Fade. And the cool thing about this is you can actually get one that's almost completely gold, but then you can also get a 100% fade one, which has got a ton of purple and a ton of pink on it. A lot of people actually, I believe, go for the full gold ones, because that's actually pretty cool as well. But then you can also get one with a ton of pink, like the 100% fade here. But the falchion knife also has a lot of different fade patterns. There's actually one pattern called the 110% fade. Not everyone actually agrees on 110% fade being a real pattern, but I guess I'll put it in the video because that guide uses that. And as you can see, the gold part actually goes almost all the way up to the handle, which is one of the cool things about it. You can actually get the fade on the handle part of the falchion knife when it's a really high fade percentage. But next up, we've got the Banette Fade, and as you can see here, the 100% fade definitely looks a lot nicer because you don't have any of that silver grayish parts on it, rather than on the 80%, a lot of the actual fade part of the knife gets cut off. So the 100% one definitely looks a lot better. You don't have to worry about the first part, or the handle gray part kind of expanding down onto the knife. As you can see, this 100% one has hardly any of that. But next up, we've got the M9 Banette Fade, pretty similar to the Banette, just a little bit easier to tell. And as you can see there, it goes all the way up to the blade on the 100% fade. And you can actually use the CSGO Zone database for all the M9 fades as well. It has almost all the different patterns identified. You can see what the best ones are. They are displayed at the top. You just inspect the 100% fade ones. As you can see here, the yellow part expands all the way up to the handle, so that's how you can tell it is a 100% fade on the M9 Banette right there. And next up, we've actually got the shadow daggers. This guide was made by these people named Carbon Gaming, so they've put watermarks all over it. But anyway, these are different fade percentages. I'm not really sure which one was the most desirable, because the 110% fade doesn't really have any of the yellow on it, and a lot of people do like to have yellow fade knives. I believe this one right here is either 100% or 110%. There isn't too many of these out there that have dropped yet, so it was kind of hard to find one that was 110%, but I believe this one is one of the highest amounts of fade out there. As you can see, it's got a ton of purple on the tip, so those are the ones that are the most faded right there. And now I'm going to show you guys how to use CSGO Zone to actually see the fade percent on any of your knives. This is only for the Karambit, the Flip, and the M9. Unfortunately, they don't have the other ones yet, but this is still really cool. There isn't any other websites that do this. All you have to do is click the little E on any flip knife, Karambit, or M9 Banette, and it will tell you the exact percentage. This is really helpful on the Karambits, which is actually the last knife I need to go over. If you go into the pattern database on this site, you can look at the Karambit Fade, and the best pattern for the Karambit Fade is a true 90-10, but there's also another pattern which a lot of people call a fake 90-10, or 90-1-9 is how it's displayed on this site. This is what a 90-1-9 or a fake Karambit 90-10 looks like. It's very hard to tell the difference between a fake one and a real one. This is a real one right here, though. It's definitely worth more than the other one. I believe this one has less purple on it, so it's a little bit nicer. And yeah, I'm not going to be showing all the Karambit fades in this video because there isn't really a good concise image that I could find out there. And there's so many different Karambit fades, but CSGO Zone has every single one of them documented, so if you guys are interested in those, you can look on there. And if you have a Karambit fade, it should identify which fade percent it has if you log in with your inventory. But that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope this video helped out on the fades. But I'm Mcskillet, and I'm out.